Hey, what's up, y'all? Peace and blessings. What's happening? Hope everyone's doing really well today. I just want to just come on, just share food for thought. And I came across a post about how children are being led to chant this idolatry, witchcraft type of garbage. Um, they're chanting 6-7 chant, and that came from the song from Skrilla Doodoo, which I think is just retarded. It's idiotic. It's more so demonic because this is the kind of influence that secular folks try to infiltrate among young people that don't know the word of God, even adults that don't know the word of God, and it's so vital, especially parents, to really step up to the plate to command what Proverbs 22:6 say about train your children in the ways of God. You have to train your children in the way of the Lord so they don't forget when they get old. They don't forget the foundation. They don't forget the scriptures. They don't forget, the blueprint of how to live life according to, godly principles and, the teachings of Jesus Christ. You have to train children in the ways of the Lord, because if you don't, you're seeing a lot of poor influence out there. Word God say that, bad influence corrupt good morals. So, when you have innocent children that's trying to understand life and figure out what's going on in the ways of the world, if they're not being equipped by the word of God, by parents that's supposed to be examples, the world's going to do it in a way that's so hypocritical. It's going to be so backwards, so upside down, so blasphemous, so wicked, so profound in a negative manner that children are going to be misled and then go down this destructive path. I wish more music art. I'm not just pointing at one particular genre. So I don't want people just saying solely, oh, it's just solely rap, because it's not just only rap. You have all types of different genres that's promoting a lot of demonic, filthy trash. I wish, yes, I wish more musical artists would be more responsible. I'm not going to say just solely, I wish more rappers be more solely responsible. I'm talking about musical artists of all different genres be more responsible as far as the type of trash that you're putting out there that's trying to bring a negative influence where it becomes destructive to kids to go down a path that's going to be very fatal if not careful. So this is why it's so important for parents to really invest and spend quality time with your children, bring awareness to the forefront, bring the truth of God to the forefront, reading the word together, having these discussions, getting understanding of interpretation, learning the languages and why it was said the way it was said in different forms of different interpretations for the text. Whether it might be the Ethiopian English version, whether it might be the New King James version, whichever version it is. You have to really sit down with your children and really have these kind of conversations, because with social media being out there, there's a lot of publicized influence that's very demonic and evil. And if you're not teaching children in the ways of the Lord, if you're not bringing the foundation to the forefront, if you're not establishing the sanctuary in your household, it's going to be it's going to lead down to a path. It's going to lead down to a pit that you're not going to get out of. And I really encourage more adults to be responsible. I really wish parents would become more cognizant in what they're teaching children. I wish that more adults would be more, conscientious about what you're promoting, because that 6-7 chant is all about witchcraft. And where God talks about how he'll destroy witchcraft. If you think about how he used, for example, Jehu to destroy the house of Ahab, destroy the false idols, destroy the witchcraft, destroy, Jezebel. I mean, come on, man. It has to come to a point, man, that you have to bring Christ in the forefront unapologetically and no compromise. And if telling the truth and preaching the gospel gets you in trouble, so be it. So be it. But you cannot put yourself in a position where you know and discern right from wrong, but too afraid to say because you're going to get in trouble. Guess what, guys? If you read the word of God, the apostles got in trouble for speaking the truth. Jesus himself got in trouble for speaking the truth. So you have to be willing to deal with the consequences of honoring righteousness and holiness. Stop teaching kids this 6-7 chant. Stop teaching kids this whole this whole idiotic demonic mantra of promoting songs that has such a demonic impact on a person's life where they become possessed with evil and wickedness. So we have to come together as a community to bring forth awareness, man. And we need to stop this foolishness of, oh, it's just a song, it's all fun and games. It's not. Pay attention, discern that, guys. You have to discern the difference of right and wrong. You got to discern this, because if you don't discern it, you're going to get into a lot of trouble. And it's going to lead you down a path where you're going to see you're going to see people on a news article about committing themselves as far as suicide and become killers, because they let this kind of influence infiltrate you as far as the whole 6-7 chant garbage and other mantra garbages that contradicts the word of God. Real time, real talk. With that being said, love you guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, MVP, Most Valuable Prophet Ministry. Love y'all. Peace and blessings. Out.